everyone, Sherry Lynn here. Today I'm going to show you how I make beef stroganoff. It's really good, super easy, and it really hits the spot, especially if you've had a lot of chicken like we have lately. So if you want to try something different and you're tired of chicken like I am, go ahead and check out this next recipe. For this beef stroganoff recipe, you're going to need sour cream, heavy whipping cream, and some white mushrooms. I get the ones that are already cut up. And about a 3 to 4 pound chuck roast. And you're gonna wanna trim off all the fat off this. And then you're gonna need olive oil, black pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, salt, 1 can of beef broth, and 1 small red onion. And the first step is you're gonna go ahead and open up your mushrooms and give them a good wash. Once you have those nice and washed, just go ahead and set them aside. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna trim up your chuck roast. And you don't have to be too meticulous about this. You just want to get the huge chunks of fat off. All right, so now that you got your chuck roast trimmed down and the fat taken off of it, what I like to do is take a meat tenderizer and go ahead and go over the pieces just a couple of times. And what that'll do is it'll break up any fat inside the meat that you were unable to get out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So now you're going to want to cut this into bite-sized pieces. And if you can see, the grain of this meat is going this way. And what you want to do is cut against the grain. And what that does is it actually makes the meat appear more tender and it makes it easier to chew. So go ahead and give those a cut. And I just do it in slices about like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get those cut up. And then once you get a nice strip, just go ahead and cut it in half to make it nicer bite-sized pieces. Okay, now that you have your pieces cut up into nice sized pieces, what you'll want to do is go ahead and add them to a bowl. I gotta go ahead and wash my hands. All right, the next thing that you're gonna want is to take a half teaspoon of black pepper. Go ahead and sprinkle that on. Then you're going to want a half teaspoon of your paprika and just shy of a half teaspoon of your cayenne pepper. And now you're just going to want to mix that in, use your hands, and get it nicely incorporated onto all the chunks of meat. Now you will be putting some salt in here, but that happens in a little bit. Once you have the beef evenly seasoned, you're going to want to heat up some olive oil in a stock pan. You want to get this nice and hot so that the meat sizzles when it touches the pan. You're going to cook this in batches. You don't want to overcrowd. So go ahead and evenly cook that on each side and separate it and put in the next batch. Once you have this batch brown, go ahead and add all your meat back to the stock pan, including the juices. Then go ahead and add your mushrooms. And after that, you want to add the whole can of beef broth and salt to taste. Just give that a quick stir. Go ahead and put the lid on. Now this is going to take about an hour to cook for the meat to get tender, but after 20 minutes, you're going to want to go ahead and add your sliced red onions and give it a quick stir. Make sure to scrape all the good flavor off the side of the pan. Put the lid back on. Okay, go ahead and let that cook for about 40 more minutes, and it should be nice and tender when it's done, and it should look like this. Then you're ready for the last steps. You're going to put in a big heaping spoonful of sour cream and give that a good stir. And then you're going to want to fill up almost a full serving spoon, not quite, of heavy whipping cream, and go ahead and incorporate that. Now this will make a decent gravy that's got a thick consistency to it. If you do like really thick, then you might want to let this cool a little bit or even simmer it down a little bit. But I love it just how it is. It looks like this. It comes out great. Now I'm going to go ahead and serve this on cauliflower mash, but you could do this with zucchini noodles as well, and it tastes great. So I'm going to go ahead and dish this up. It looks delicious. So let's go ahead and give it a try. The beef turns out so tender. I know you guys are going to love this. It goes perfect with these cauliflower mashed potatoes, and I will be sharing the recipe to my cauliflower mash in a video coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you back next week. Bye.